Back into the FS Midwest Prep Zone. Jonah Javad here as the Class 5 Girls State Semifinals action continues. We saw a great game between Rockbridge and Incarnate Word. Rockbridge moves on to the state championship, and now we need to find out who will play them. Fort Zumwalt West facing Blue Springs here at Mizzou Arena in Columbia, Missouri. The winner will move on to the championship to face Rockbridge. And of course, we expect a good battle between these two squads. Fort Zumwalt West 26-5, Blue Springs 26-4. Blue Springs hailing from Kansas City, Fort Zumwalt West from St. Louis. Opposite ends of the state meeting here in the central part. But only one can move on to the ship. We're underway. Blue Springs in white, Fort Zumwalt West in black. Starting lineup on the floor for Fort Zumwalt West: number 1, Kelsey Kingsborough; number 3, Marina Laramie; number 10, Paige Westbrook; number 11, Kylie Ellison; and number 12, Katie Hare. As for Blue Springs, number 3, Elizabeth Wendell; number 22, Karila Middlebrook; number 23, Tiana Snow; number 24, Morgan McMahon; and number 25, Tyrell Bickham. It's Blue Springs striking first, out to a 3-0 lead. Snow travels as she tries to get to the basket, a turnover, and it will go to Fort Zumwalt West. Blue Springs coached by Mark Spigarelli, Fort Zumwalt West led by Monica Tritz. In the lane, ball knocked away, and it will go for a jump. Paige Westbrook drove the lane, and it will be Jaguars ball underneath the basket. Another shot up and no good, taken away by the Wildcats. All the way to the basket. Elizabeth Wendell draws the foul. Nearly had an and-one opportunity. And Blue Springs heavily relies on Elizabeth Wendell. Averages just short of 16 points a game. A 69% free throw shooter, but leads this team in nearly every category. 178 rebounds. That's good for almost 7 per game. Just a junior. And she's got an early 5 points. And a foul called on Blue Springs as Hare tries the lane. Foul called on Tiana Snow, her first personal foul. Kingsborough puts on the floor, gives it up. Westbrook for 3, got it! Good job of Kingsborough to draw in the defense and kicks it out to the open. Westbrook drains the 3, and now it's a 5-3 score. Top of the key jumper is good. Morgan McMahon. An impressive shooting display from Blue Springs in the early going. Drive and taken to the rack by Hare, no good, and taken away by Wendell. Karila Middlebrook drives. Now Middlebrook from deep, no good. And pushing it all the way up court, Marina Laramie. The give to Hare. A 3-second violation on Fort Zumwalt West. Blue Springs basketball. inside. Wendell back out now. Wendell, jumper. Lizzie Wendell. What a start for her, 7 points. Now Fort Zumwalt West trying to make something happen. Hare goes down to the floor, jump ball. Oh no, referee's indicating it was a travel before any jump. Fort Zumwalt's third turnover in just about 3 minutes. Wendell has 7 of the team's 9 points on 2 of 2 from the field. And she traveled before there was any shot gone off. Shrugs her shoulders. Oh well, back to basketball. 6-point lead for the Wildcats. Westbrook inside, Laramie. Shot was blocked away. Looked like Middlebrook got a hand on it. Now Wendell in transition. Another travel. Yet another turnover. That's 3 now on Blue Springs. 2 credited to Lizzie Wendell. Westbrook gives it off. Hare now on the baseline. A personal foul called. We'll see who the indication is on. It's on number 25, Tyra Bickham. Inside, Kingsborough had to readjust her shot, nearly got it to fall. Another scrum for the loose ball. That's a jump. The Jaguars having a tough time getting any sort of offense going. We've seen about now 3 jump ball type situations down underneath that basket. Now Blue Springs can add to its 6-point lead. Bickham, Wendell. Just a lot of perimeter passing from Blue Springs. Bickham the jumper. Can't get it to fall. Laramie clears the boards. Westbrook, 3 ball on the way. Way off the mark. And here comes Tiana Snow, misses the shot. And here come the Wildcats. Excuse me, the Jaguars now pushing. Kingsborough. Not sure what she was looking for. Throws it out of bounds. Back over to Blue Springs. A series of turnovers between these two teams. It has not been pretty, and a timeout is called. Mark Spigarelli wants to talk it over. His team up by 6 at this point, but it's been a bit of a scoring drought for them. Nearly 2.5 minutes now have gone by. And Blue Springs still up by 6, but Fort Zumwalt West, you've got to figure at some point is going to get something going when you've got Marina Laramie, who averages over 16 points a game. And she has just been a non-factor here in this first quarter so far. She's gotten her rebounds, 3 of them, but 0 for 1 from the field. It may come down to which player, which star on either team is going to take over. Blue Springs has got a couple of them. Middlebrook and Wendell. But Kingsborough and Laramie pretty good in their own right. Wendell inside, had it knocked away. Great defense. Now Laramie trying to find Kingsborough inside. She'll drive the lane herself. Jumper does not fall. That's a tough shot for her, going left, shooting right. Wendell for three. She got it! Lizzie Wendell, 10 points in the first quarter. She's on fire, 2 for 2 from three-point land. Westbrook will be patient up top. Laramie traveled. Just an extra hop before she got that shot off. And yet another turnover. That's 5 on Fort Zumwalt West. Nine-point lead for Blue Springs. Approaching 1 minute to go in the first quarter. Wendell again for three. Oh my goodness! Lizzie Wendell, 13 points in the first quarter. Fort Zumwalt West has to find an answer, and quick. Ball knocked out of bounds. 39 seconds to shoot. Laramie gets it off. As that one readjusted, Kingsborough right there to put back, no good. And her second opportunity falls. Kelsey Kingsborough makes it a 10-point deficit for Fort Zumwalt West, but 20 seconds to go, and now Blue Springs has a chance to add to its lead. The red-hot Lizzie Wendell, 13 points. Got to figure she might get a touch on this possession, if she can even get one. A jump ball. And the ball back to the Jaguars. Very fortunate for Fort Zumwalt West to get that possession arrow. Now Fort Zumwalt West actually has a chance now with 10 seconds to shoot. Remaining in the first quarter. Kingsborough got to get it off. Layup no good. And that takes us to the end of the first quarter. Kingsborough 1 of 5 in that first frame, but the Jaguars still have a chance. As we saw, anything that first game told us, Rockbridge versus Incarnate Word, anything can really go. 15-5 your score after one. We'll be back for the second frame in just a bit. Blue Springs' Lizzie Wendell has 13 points on 4 of 5 from the field, including 3 for 3 from beyond the arc. And her Wildcats, coming all the way from Kansas City, have a 10-point lead on the Fort Zumwalt West Jaguars after the first quarter. Jaguars really need to start taking advantage inside. The team is shooting 17% from the field, have had a lot of point-blank opportunities down low and just have not capitalized, as well as 5 first-quarter turnovers. And an offensive foul called. Morgan McMahon charged with the personal. Ellison over to Westbrook. Marina Laramie gives it off. Westbrook jumper is good from the elbow. Laramie set the screen and Westbrook came right off to bury the jump shot. That's a good look, and now it's just an 8-point lead for the Wildcats. Wendell has to give it off, double team. Now it's Karila Middlebrook who drains the jumper. Those are Karila Middlebrook's first points of the game. And you figure she'll get involved too, scoring about 11 points per game. Great defensive play by Bickham. Tiana Snow almost had a steal, and now Blue Springs will get the ball. Blue Springs' backcourt very active defensively and a lot of movement off the ball offensively. Makes them extremely hard to defend. What a move. Snow to the rack. She traveled. That is the right call. As she was trying to evade the defender in the middle of the lane, she took an extra step. And now Fort Zumwalt West has the basketball. Good feed inside. Oh no. Shot is no good. Leanne Marquez could not score the layup, but coming back down the other way, an offensive foul is called. Kelsey Kingsborough set her feet and took the charge, and now again the Jaguars have a chance to trim this 10-point deficit. Marquez thought about the three. And inside, Kylie Ellison lays it in off the glass. Maybe that can get him going. And our apologies, it's not Leanne Marquez who's in the game, it's Lexi Moe, number 24. Moe, just a freshman. And here comes Westbrook out in transition. She'll have to slow it up. Great recovery from the Blue Springs defense, but then pops the J and it's good. Westbrook, 7 points. And a timeout called by Blue Springs. Mark Spigarelli doesn't like what he sees, and for good reason, coming out already in the second quarter. Fort Zumwalt West getting some open looks. Westbrook, 4 points so far in the second quarter. Nice little cutback on Wendell and drains the baseline J. And now the Jaguars only trail by 6 points. Over 5 minutes to go in the second quarter. And that's what we were expecting. Someone from Fort Zumwalt West needed to step up, with Lizzie Wendell just absolutely killing it from the perimeter for Blue Springs. It was Lizzie Wendell who had 13 points in that first quarter, and now it's about finding the hot hand. Right now, it seems to be Paige Westbrook of Fort Zumwalt West. Wendell on the wing. Now Bickham. Strong take, too strong. And the Jaguars come away with it. Westbrook gets it across the timeline, up court. Ellison wanted to go inside of Laramie. It's ripped away by Wendell. Lizzie Wendell lays it in with the left hand. No, it wasn't going to be long for her to not score. That drought ends pretty promptly. She has a game-high 15 points. Ellison from deep. Oh, it rims out. And a strong rebound by Tiana Snow. Up court pass to Middlebrook. Feeds inside. And now back to Snow. Her three-pointer no good. Wendell, what a defensive play to rip it away. Turnovers galore. 8 turnovers from Fort Zumwalt West and 7 from Blue Springs. It has not been pretty. Ellison open for 3 again. Too strong off the back iron. That actually would have been good from college basketball range. Men's college basketball, mind you. Marina Laramie charged with a personal foul. Blue Springs trying to find somebody open, moving off the ball, and a personal foul called on Marina Laramie. That's brutal. That's Laramie's 3rd personal foul. And Laramie, a senior, leading this team in scoring as well as rebounding. That's absolutely critical. And Coach Monica Tritz had an opportunity to take her out of the game just moments ago after she got her 2nd. And now she comes out, and just like that, Tiana Snow, shot off the glass is good. Plus the foul, and now Blue Springs out to that 10-point lead. A chance to make it 11. And what strength by Snow to get that shot off with the defender right in her face. Snow averaging nearly 17 points a game. She's headed to Missouri State next year. And a turnover. Katie Hare tries to find Lexi Moe. Bit of a miscommunication, and that's 9 turnovers now for the Fort Zumwalt West Jaguars, and the timeout is called by Monica Tritz. Just over 3 minutes left to play in the first half. And if you're Coach Tritz, you've got to be a little frustrated at this point in time when your star player is on the bench with 3 fouls. And the moment she comes out of the game, Tiana Snow checks right in with an and one to increase that lead to 11 points. And it's really been a rough go offensively for the Jaguars. Only 11 first half points. And it looked at one point like Paige Westbrook was getting something going offensively. She has 7 points to lead the team. But the Jaguars, no answer for Lizzie Wendell's 15 points. Wendell in the corner. Takes the screen up top, dishes it inside, and it's a travel. That's her 3rd traveling call in the first half. Now, at one point, you got to stop shrugging your shoulders about that and wonder what exactly is she doing wrong and address it. Sounds like a half-court adjustment waiting to happen. Ellison along the perimeter to Westbrook. Good move on the baseline, and she's fouled. It looks by Middlebrook. It is. But Westbrook extremely fortunate on that baseline drive that it was a personal foul because her pass was to absolutely nobody in the paint. Oh, nice take. but the layup does not fall for Katie Hare. Back out in transition. Snow gives it up. Nearly a travel had she put that ball on the floor. Wendell for three. No. Her second miss from beyond the arc, but she's 3 of 5. Still shooting 60% from three. Mellison gives it off. Westbrook thought about the jumper, and now it's Hare. The long two rattles home. Maybe that shot will get Katie Hare going. Under a minute 30 to play in the first half. Blue Springs a 9-point lead. Wendell, shot rejected. Then the Jaguars push. Hare. That could have been an offensive foul. Instead, it's a turnover. And Tiana Snow took too many steps. But before the travel, a foul call. And the foul is charged to Paige Westbrook. A 16 foul, so the Jaguars, no more fouls to give. Next one sends Blue Springs to shoot 1-1. Middlebrook will get a rest now. Shelby Graham into the game for her, number 21. That's her with the ball now. And she'll slow the pace just a little bit. Under a minute to go in the first half. Blue Springs just wants to get something good out of this possession. Graham will hold. Now over to Bickham. Lizzie Wendell gives it up. "17 seconds left to go. Wendell comes off the screen. Shot, rims off. Fort Zumwalt West has 10 seconds to get something off before the half. Katie Hare, jump shot. Almost bangs home. Rebound ripped away by Bickham, and that takes us to halftime. Blue Springs with a 22-13 lead over the Fort Zumwalt West Jaguars. Winner of this game moves on to the Class 5 Girls State Championship to face Rockbridge. This game almost a mirror image of the Rockbridge Incarnate Word game, so we'll tell you, it could happen. Back with you for the second half in just a bit. Second half action about to get underway here at the Mizzou Arena in Columbia, Missouri. Blue Springs a 22-13 lead over Fort Zumwalt West. What's on the line? Oh, well, a trip to the state championship for the Class 5 girls basketball. And Blue Springs has been to the semis 4 straight times, and 3 of those times state runners-up. Looking to get back and actually get a W in that championship game, but first, got to get by the Jaguars. Fort Zumwalt West in black, Blue Springs in white. Lizzie Wendell the steal. And a blocking foul charged to Kelsey Kingsborough as Karila Middlebrook takes it to the basket. And Blue Springs was paced by Lizzie Wendell's 15 points in the first half. She had 13 in the first quarter. And now Karila Middlebrook, who's headed to Texas Tech next season, will shoot 2. In the first game here in the state semis, we saw Incarnate Word with a 10-point lead over Rockbridge at halftime. What transpired in the second half can only be called a comeback, as the Bruins, once down 15, stormed all the way back to get a 3-point victory. Now, will that happen in this game? We don't know. But already here in the third quarter, it is all Blue Springs as Tiana Snow gets the steal, and she's fouled. And now she will shoot 2 more free throws. 2 quick team fouls called on Fort Zumwalt West, and that's the last thing the Jaguars want, is to start throwing the Wildcats at the free throw line. Well, maybe they do. Wildcats 4 of 7 from the free throw line. Ten-point lead for Blue Springs, and the Jaguars having a tough time finding anything open offensively. Kingsborough jumper way off the mark, and rebound to Snow. Lizzie Wendell guarded by Ellison. Pass inside to Snow, and she's fouled. Looks to be on Kingsborough once again. That's on Katie Hare. Her third personal foul, so she'll come out as Lexi Moe comes in. Fort Zumwalt West in severe foul trouble. Katie Hare and Marina Laramie, both 3 fouls. Laramie had to take a seat on the bench midway through the second quarter because of her third personal foul. And she leads this team in rebounding points. They're going to need her on the floor. But wow, what a shot. Tyro Bickham lays it up and under. And that's just because Marina Laramie cannot be aggressive defensively for fear of picking up her 4th foul. And Bickham taking advantage. Moe the 3-pointer off the back iron. And no one there for the Jaguars to crash the boards. Lizzie Wendell. Wendell, top of the key. Snow tries the lane, has to give it off. Middlebrook now sees the lane, drives, and an offensive call called on Middlebrook. She really tried to navigate that path to the basket. Here's the scoop shot. Laramie just going straight up. Can't make a move to make a defensive play. And that's what foul trouble really does. It makes those players sort of obsolete. Mo's got to get rid of it. Over to Kingsborough now. Paige Westbrook drives all the way into the lane, lays it off the glass. An easy two for Paige Westbrook. And offense has been hard to come by for Fort Zumwalt West, but Paige Westbrook, 9 of the team's 15 points. That's 60% of the team scoring. And that stat cannot stay the way it is if the Jaguars want any chance of climbing back into this one. Wendell misses the three. And a mosh pit going for the rebound. The foul is charged to Tiana Snow. So Fort Zumwalt West with the basketball, just down 10. Mo jacks the three. And no good. Feed inside. And shot up and good for Tyra Bickham. A great find from Snow to find her underneath the basket. And Blue Strings back to a 12-point lead. Snow, nearly a great defensive play to save that ball in bounds. And Snow really having a tremendous first half already. Getting that ball inside, whether it's scoring it or passing it. On the wing, it's Westbrook. And Ellison traveled. The referees have been making that call all game long. Calling it both ways. It's the right call, and don't look now, but that is the 13th turnover on Fort Zumwalt West. Wendell on the wing now. Blue Springs just sending cutters through the middle of the paint, trying to find somebody open. Middlebrook over to Snow. Snow dishes back to Middlebrook. Three-pointer. Not there. And an offensive rebound by Tiana Snow. She travels. Snow looked for a foul call on number 1, Kelsey Kingsborough, but it wasn't there, and the travel called once again. Of the 23 combined turnovers between these two squads, I'd be willing to say at least 40% of them, maybe 50%, have been traveling. Fundamental errors you've got to limit. And at the 3-minute mark in the second half, the third quarter to be precise, Marina Laramie, who scores over 16 points a game, gets her first 2 of this one. And Fort Zumwalt West still trails by 10 points. But Paige Westbrook has really been doing it all offensively. Set that play up, got a little bit of penetration, forced the defense to converge on her, and it allowed Laramie to get a little bit open on the baseline, hits the jump shot. Now Laramie, 3 fouls. That has been a big factor in why she hasn't been able to score or get anything going. It limits a player's aggressiveness offensively and especially defensively. But the Jaguars need to climb back in this one, need to start getting stops and make a run. Blue Springs, 10 turnovers. That's something the Jaguars can capitalize on, but when Fort Zumwalt West has 13 turnovers of their own, things become a little bit more difficult. Jaguars shooting 31% from the field and 1 of 7 from beyond the arc. Nothing doing for them offensively. It's been a rough go. And this one could be a lot uglier if Blue Springs has limited its turnovers as well. Lizzie Wendell hasn't scored in the second half. She still has 15 points. Can she take over to Blue Springs and send them to the state title? Wendell can't get it to fall. Lexi Moe comes away with it. She wants to slow it up, but it's taken away. And Tiana Snow nearly just ripped it out of Moe's hands. But Snow stepped out of bounds. Zumwalt West extremely fortunate on that last possession that Wendell missed a wide open layup and to not turn the ball back over. That pass by Westbrook, extremely dangerous. Looks like it deflected off a Wildcat, went out of bounds. Moe inside to Laramie, who throws it off the glass and in. Marina Laramie, 2 straight baskets. And maybe, just maybe, the Jaguars can get something going. Only down 8 now with 2 minutes to go in the third quarter. Around the perimeter. Tiana Snow driving on Kingsborough, kicks it out. Middlebrook back to Snow. Baseline drive. And finally, Tiana Snow gets the foul call she's been looking for. It's called on Kelsey Kingsborough. Marina Laramie's size really playing a factor offensively. If they can get the ball into her, she can take care of business. Inside, nice power drive by Tyra Bickham. Power dribble, spin move, and lays it off the glass for an easy 2. Jump shot up and good. Paige Westbrook. She's had the hot hand all game. She has 11 points to lead her team. And now if Westbrook and Laramie can start to get something going, this could get interesting down the stretch. 1 minute to go in the third quarter. And a backcourt violation. Here come the Jaguars. Driving Westbrook to Kingsborough, jump shot, doesn't fall. Kingsborough crashes the boards. And that should be, yes, Zumwalt West basketball. Westbrook to inbounds, gets it to Ellison, baseline jumper, does not fall. Still an 8-point lead for Blue Springs. Around the perimeter. 30 seconds left to go in the third quarter. Tiana Snow, a strong take. Cannot finish with the right hand, and Zumwalt West now with a chance to either hold or they'll push. We'll see. And Paige Westbrook looks like she's going to take her time with this one. Inside to Laramie, gives it off. Moe walked. She was almost too open for her own good and took an extra step. 5 seconds to shoot. Middlebrook's got to get it off. Bickham. No foul called to end the third quarter. But just a single-digit deficit for Fort Zumwalt West as we head to the fourth quarter. 29-21 Blue Springs. A trip to the state championship on the line. We're back after this. The Fort Zumwalt West student section getting pumped up because they know their squad fighting back in this one, just down 8 to the Blue Springs Wildcats here in the Class 5 state semifinals. Mizzou Arena has seen a lot of basketball played on it this season, but now the high schoolers getting a chance to square off. And we saw a great one between Incarnate Word and Rockbridge come down to the wire in the fourth quarter. We may or may not get a chance to see that in this one. You'll just have to watch. Middlebrook controls at the top of the key. Jaguars playing strong man-to-man defense. Middlebrook. Over to Snow in the corner. Snow drives baseline. Double team kicks it out. Middlebrook. Nice feed inside. And Middlebrook extremely patient on this possession. 45 seconds have gone by. Not even a shot taken. And now Tiana Snow drives. Strong take. But she traveled. Mark Spigarelli over on the bench is beside himself, pleading with the ref. That looked like a pretty good drive by all accounts. But now Zumwalt West can cut this to 6 or 5 with a 3. Ball knocked out of bounds. And the Jaguars had great success by getting that ball to Marina Laramie. She had 4 points in the third quarter. Paige Westbrook had 4 points as well. Laramie, the drive. Scoop shot is good. Keep her out of foul trouble, and she'll give you trouble. 6 points now for her. Strong take. Middlebrook tied up with Westbrook. Could have been a jump ball, but a little too much contact. Laramie still 3 personal fouls, but fearless in taking that ball to the hoop, and that's what she needs to do to get her team back into this game. Now Middlebrook a couple of big free throws here to have shortened this Jaguars rally. And Blue Springs hasn't been too good from the free throw line. But Middlebrook drains them both. Westbrook drives baseline, kicks it. Ellison, 3. Hard off the back iron, but got her own rebound. Inside, Kingsborough puts it off the backboard, no good. And another offensive rebound. Katie Hare gets it. And a reach-in foul called on Lizzie Wendell. That ball was just hanging in the air. And Kylie Ellison just got to it in time. Wendell charged with the personal foul. Laramie drives, ripped away. Tiana Snow to the hoop, and a foul. That's the third personal foul on Kelsey Kingsborough. The Jaguars keep inching closer. A timeout called on the floor. Tiana Snow has been fearless in the second half. Not settling for jump shots, continuing to take that ball to the hoop, drawing fouls any chance she can get. And the Jaguars have inched their way back into this game. Marina Laramie's 6 second half points. And in a game where it's only 31-23, 6 points is actually quite a bundle. But both these teams turning over the ball quite a lot. 15 turnovers for Fort Zumwalt West, 13 for Blue Springs. And 1 for 8 three-point shooting for the Jaguars has not been good either. We saw Ellison had a chance to cut the game to 5 on the previous possession. But the Jaguars also out-rebounding the Wildcats by 6, and that might play key later in the game with missed shots and getting second-chance opportunities. But for now, we have Tiana Snow going to the free throw line. She is 1 of 3 from the stripe so far in this game. And Tiana Snow makes the first one. We've really got a good showcase of players who are headed to the next level. Tiana Snow heading to Missouri State. We saw talking about Ryla Middlebrook heading to Texas Tech. And Marina Laramie for Zumwalt West actually going to Indiana State. And she has actually played a big factor into this game, and sometimes that factor is if she's sitting on the bench. But she's out there now, number 3. Kingsborough double teamed on the sideline, has to get it off, and does. Inside, what a find to Ellison. And Kylie Ellison cannot make the layup. And those opportunities absolutely killer if you can't take advantage. Snow driving. Westbrook falls to the ground. No foul is called. Good feed inside. And Snow fouled once again. Just over 5 minutes left to go in this one. A 10-point lead for Blue Springs. The Wildcats in search of another trip to the state championship. Three straight seasons in a row, the Wildcats have been state runners-up. Last 2 times, lost to Incarnate Word. But now Incarnate Word out because Rockridge beat them in the first game here in the semis. And so we'd see a matchup between Blue Springs and Rockridge if the scores hold out. Snow grabs the rebound. Wildcats up 11. Middlebrook kicks it. Wendell, 3. Too strong off the back iron. Ball goes out of bounds to Zumwalt West. Good effort from Middlebrook over on the sideline. Try to save it. Jaguars need to get something going offensively and got to do it quick. 4 minutes to go in this game. Cannot have empty possessions. And a foul is called on Kelsey Kingsborough in the scrum for the loose ball. And that is her 5th personal foul. She has fouled out. And the senior really gave it her all. 6 rebounds, but 1 of 8 from the field for Kingsborough. That is, her day is done. And a timeout called by Fort Zumwalt West to try and regroup with 4:08 on the clock. Possessions become much more important. The last thing Jaguars can afford is to start shooting bad shots, but you can't also take 30 seconds on every possession. There's just not enough time. And when you're down 11 points, you've got to get that ball into the hands of your best players. And right now, Paige Westbrook, 11 points, 5 of 7 from the field, and Marina Laramie, 6 points, 3 of 6 from the field. They've been the go-to players in the second half. And by all accounts, you would expect the Jaguars to get that ball to them. But there just might not be enough time. Blue Springs has really put the foot to the throat of the Jaguars here in this 4th quarter. Tiana Snow continually taking that ball to the hoop. Only 6 points, but 4 assists, 8 rebounds. Really filling up that box score nicely. And Lizzie Wendell has not scored here in the second half, but it has not mattered. 15 points, 6 rebounds for her. And the Wildcats just look primed for a trip to the state championship. We still got 4 minutes to play. Snow makes 1 of 2. So the Jaguars will have to overcome a 12-point deficit with 4 minutes left. And for a team that's only scored 23 points in the game, that seems rather difficult. Westbrook for 3. Short on the attempt and ripped away by Snow. Tiana Snow has 9 rebounds. And a 30-second timeout called by Blue Springs to avoid any turnovers. But what a game for Tiana Snow. 7 points, 9 boards, 4 assists, and we've still got some more time to play. And assuming this score holds out, in the Class 5 Girls State Championship game, it'll be Blue Springs versus Rockbridge here at Mizzou Arena. It will be a bit of a home game for Rockbridge, seeing how the Bruins play in Columbia. But those two teams actually squared off earlier this season, and Blue Springs won 46-42. Got a chance to watch that game actually, and the Bruins controlled most of the game, but the Wildcats stormed back. Karila Middlebrook and Tiana Snow really took over in the second half, en route to that 4-point victory over the Bruins. Strong take by Karila Middlebrook, plus the foul. A 14-point lead for the Wildcats. And look at this strong take. Middlebrook going hard to the rack, and Ellison, if you're going to foul hard. That's what coaches will always tell you. Middlebrook hits the free throw. She has 8 points. It has not been a high-scoring affair here at the Mizzou Arena. 38-23 your score. with Blue Springs in control. Westbrook. And Laramie's shot no good, taken away by Middlebrook, and here comes the foul fest. Well, it seems at this point it's just a waiting game to crown Blue Springs a trip to the state championship. It's going to be one heck of a battle to see these Wildcats play the Bruins. Rockbridge, a much bigger team. They've got some real post influences. And the guard play for Rockbridge also extremely stellar, with the Cunningham sisters. That should be a great game to see. Paige Westbrook makes the jump shot. She has a game-high 13 points. Team-high 13 points. Wendell still has 15 to lead all scorers. Tiana Snow, so good at changing her speeds. And Middlebrook the same way, takes it to the hoop, no foul is called. Jaguars push. Westbrook has it knocked out of bounds. It will stay Jaguars basketball. Laramie, a long three, no good. And a foul is called on Blue Springs. Tyra Bickham charged with a personal foul. It is on the floor. And Laramie trying to do it again. Rejected by Wendell. And Bickham picks it up. Lizzie Wendell read that play the entire way, saw the spin move coming from Laramie and just swatted it. Middlebrook is fouled by Westbrook. Minute 47 left on the clock. That's all that is in the way of Blue Springs heading to the state championship. And this Wildcats team not extremely deep. The lineup you see on the floor right now with Karyla Middlebrook, Tyra Bickham, Tiana Snow, Lizzie Wendell, and Morgan McMahon. That's the lineup you'll see for most of the game in the state championship. An experienced bunch, but Marina Laramie playing in her last game as a Fort Zumwalt West Jaguar will not go down with a little bit of fight. Nice move, driving with the left hand and laying it off the glass. Going to the line, looking to complete the old-fashioned three-point play. Laramie had only 2 points in the first half, but 6 here in the second. Was limited due to foul trouble. Had 3 personal fouls in the first half. Has had 0 in the second. Until now. 4th personal on Marina Laramie, and Tiana Snow back to the free throw line where she's 5 of 9. And the free throw shooting, which was once abysmal for Blue Springs, has actually started to look pretty good. 15 to 21 pending this one. And the second one falls. Tiana Snow only 1 field goal, 7 of 11 from the free throw line, if that gives you any indication of how she likes to play basketball. And yet another foul. Well, if each player is allowed 5, may as well use them, right? That one on Kelsey Moe. Wildcats will take it underneath their own basket. Snow rips it away. Up court pass, Lizzie Wendell will hold and throws it up top to Snow. All Blue Springs has to do is just hold on to it. We're under a minute to go in this one. And Blue Springs, the Wildcats, will let this holding clock run out. We assume that there isn't a foul. This is what a no-shot clock in high school basketball does. Some of the longest possessions you'll ever see in your life. But we can put this one in the books, folks. The Blue Springs Wildcats are headed to their 4th straight state championship game, and they will face the Bruins of Rockbridge High School in the Class 5 Girls State Championship. That game will be played on Saturday here at Mizzou Arena at 3 o'clock. It should be a good one. Both teams scored off earlier in the season, and Blue Springs won it by 4, but Rockbridge, #1 team in the state, we'll see what the Bruins can do. Final score here from Mizzou Arena, 43-27. Blue Springs victorious in the girls' state semis over Fort Zumwalt West. That does it for us here at FS Midwest Prep Zone. I'm Jonah Javad. We thank you for watching. More action coming your way in just a bit. We hope you had fun. Next time, we'll see you.
Good.